final issue of the Golden Age of the Sith, entitled The Flight of Starbreaker 12, concludes the first major arc of the Tales of the Jedi, which chronicles the lead-up to the Great Hyperspace War. Gav and Jory Daragon had embarked on a dangerous career, mapping unexplored hyperspace routes and risking imminent death, but not even they could have foreseen the danger in which they fell when they hit on their biggest success. After locating a great hyperspace route leading from the galactic core to the Outer Rim, they found themselves in the middle of a struggle between two competing Sith factions. Now, they are both the pawns of Naga Sadow, as he manipulates his enemies into a trap and marches the Sith toward war with the Republic. We open to a text scrawl. In the midst of a bitter struggle in this magnificent Sith Empire, Naga Sadow stages a violent charade, freeing innocent captives Gav and Jory Daragon and secretly whisking them in their ship Starbreaker 12 off to his private fortress. He then plants evidence to imply that the rescue strike was the precursor to a full-scale invasion from the Republic. Sadow uses the turmoil to seize control of the Empire, proclaiming himself Dark Lord of the Sith. His arch-rival, Ludo Kresh, vows never to follow him and storms off, taking his supporters with him. Meanwhile, on the other side of the galaxy, the scholarly Jedi Odin travels to Coruscant with the Empress Teta and her advisor, Mehmet Nadil. There, they speak of Odin visions about the threat of long-forgotten Sith forces, but, despite the silent concern of the other Jedi Knights in attendance, they are laughed out of the council chambers. Naga Sadow has deeper plans for Gav and Jory. Separating them, he keeps Gav in his main stronghold on the moon Kar Shien, while Jory remains in a decoy fortress on the main planet Kar Delba. He begins to train Gav as his protege, teaching him rudimentary Sith magic while Jory broods, anxious to return home with Starbreaker 12. Only the navicomputer of their ship holds the convoluted information on how to find the Great Republic. Ludo Kresh, however, discovers Sadow's trickery and mounts an armed rebellion against the evil Dark Lord, vowing to fight to save the Sith Empire from Sadow's reckless plans. As Sadow visits Jory in his decoy fortress, Kresh's warships come in, intent on the total destruction of the Dark Lord of the Sith. The previous issue ended as Ludo Kresh launched an attack on Naga Sadow's decoy citadel on Kar Delba. Jory, who had just been freed by Sadow and shown Starbreaker 12, is worried, but Sadow is not. This is all part of his plan. Along with his co-conspirators Horik Mul and Dor Galram, Kresh is confident in their abilities to destroy Sadow. In the Citadel, Sadow tells Jory to take her ship and return to the Republic. Jory is reluctant to leave her brother, but Sadow tells her that the Sith attacking his fortress will torture her into revealing how to get to the Republic. In reality, Sadow intends on using a homing beacon on the ship to follow her with an invasion fleet. Jory leaves Kar Delba and Starbreaker 12, dodging fire from Kresh's fleet. After seeing the Starbreaker 12, Kresh assumes that Sadow has allied himself with the interlopers. Kresh tries to shoot the ship down, but the Starbreaker 12 is too nimble to be hit and escapes. Suddenly, a massive fleet arrives from Sadow's true fortress on Kar Shien. Sadow reveals that the fortress on Kar Delba is nothing more than a decoy. He pushes a button, and the Massassi warriors serving on Horik Mul and Dor Galram's ships attack and kill the Sith Lords. This throws Kresh's allied fleets into disarray, as Sadow's Kar Shien fleet opens fire into the disjointed force. Kresh suffers devastating damage to his fleet and retreats, leaving Sadow as the victor. Back at the Kar Shien fortress, Gav uses his newfound Sith skills to monitor the battle at Kar Delba. He's happy to see that Jory was able to escape. Sadow, fresh off his victory over his rival, orders the other Sith Lords to marshal their fleets and ready for an invasion of the Republic. The Starbreaker 12 will lead the way. On the Starbreaker 12, Jory vows to herself to find her brother and get him home. Unbeknownst to her, she is leading the Sith Empire directly to the heart of the Republic. This story is great. It moves at a breakneck pace, which is true of the story as a whole, but particularly true of this issue. The story begins at the cusp of an ambush and only ramps up from there. Sadow's manipulation of Kresh, tricking him into attacking him, followed by his ambush of his rival, having a fleet in place to pounce in the perfect time, shows the Sith Lord's brilliant machinations. Seeing how deftly he managed to defeat an enemy who knew about him and came prepared leaves us wondering how much damage he can do to an unsuspecting Republic. Jory uses the opportunity to flee the Sith Empire to get away in the hopes of returning to Gav. Just as with the Daragons in the past, her best intentions will only bring about disaster in the end. Gav is not in the story much, but we do see how his control over the Force has grown under Sadow's instruction. He has become an adept at using the Force, and we know that the Sith Lord has plans to use him as a weapon against the Republic. This is it for the Golden Age of the Sith. We'll take a break for a while before returning to the fall of the Sith Empire, where we will see the outcome of Sadow's machinations in the Great Hyperspace War. What do you think about this issue, or the Golden Age of the Sith as a whole? Who was your favorite character from the series? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching.